Hey guys, welcome to Dedicated. My name is Andy, and in this video I want to show you how to replace your shower copper pipe with CPVC pipes. This video is part of my guest bathroom full remodel video series that I'm doing, basically remodeling everything myself, and you can check out the rest of the videos in the cards. Also, don't forget to subscribe because I have more of the series that I'm about to post as I go through the remodel. So let's begin. First, before you begin, make sure to turn off the main water valve, otherwise you'll make a big mess. Next, I'll start off by cutting the existing pipe using these pipe cutters. I'll have the links in the description below of all the tools I use in this video, so check those out. The copper pipe was already connected to existing CPVC, as you can see, so I cut the CPVC section because that's what I will be gluing the fittings to. So next, I removed the top screws on the shower head fitting, located and removed the existing pipe with the old faucet valve that was there that I'm going to be replacing. Since this bathroom used to have a tub, the valve was much lower than what you would usually have in the shower, and I'm converting this into a shower. So I made some measurements to see where I want the valve to be for the shower and the location of the shower head. And I put a piece of 2x4 that I will mount later to the studs where the shower valve will be mounted. Then I measured out a long enough piece of pipe, basically to do the length from where my valve is going to be to the top of the shower head. I recommend you overestimate your pipe lengths because you can always trim off, but if you cut too short, then you're going to have to either redo the thing or use couplings, and then it's just going to look bad. Next, I bought this shower head fitting that has a stainless steel threaded insert in it. They did have plastic, but the stainless is better because it's less likely to break, so it will help prevent from any leaks or potential damage when you're threading in the shower head into it. Before gluing the CPVC pipe, you got to make sure you chamfer and sand the edges and follow, all the gluing procedures. I used the Oatly Flow Guard Gold Medium one-step CPVC cement to glue the pipe. You can get that at your local hardware store, and like I said, I'll have links below as well if you want to pre-order them online. Go right ahead. And then basically I glued that to the pipe. Next, I took that piece and then mounted in the center of the shower where the shower head's going to be. I used one screw on the top, that way I have more flexibility to adjust the pipe and kind of move it left and right a little bit, so I don't want to mount it by all 3 screws just yet. Then I took the new faucet valve and threaded fittings that I'll be threading into the valve ports, so that way I can glue the CPVC to the valve. First, I cut a small piece of CPVC pipe and glued a cap to it. Then I took that pipe and glued to that bottom port. The reason why I did to the bottom was because the bottom is intended for a tub configuration. Since I'm not planning to have a tub and this will be a shower, you need to cap that off. Next, I took the Teflon tape and wrapped it around the threads about 3 revolutions. This helps to prevent any leaks when you're screwing the fitting onto the threads. And then take the channel locks or crescent wrench to lock it tight, to make it tight. Now, don't over tighten it because it is a plastic part. You can crack it and damage it if you put too much force on it, so just kind of hand tighten it to where it's very snug. Next, I went ahead and attached the remaining threaded fittings to all the ports of the valve, so you have the cold, the hot, and the one that's going to the shower head. Then I secured the 2x4 with screws where I'll be attaching the valve. You know how I measured it out first, so now I just secured it. I used 2 screws on each side to hold the 2x4 in place. Then I screwed the valve in the center of the wall. You gotta make sure it's centered, and after screwing the valve, I removed the shower head fitting from the top and inserted it into the valve without gluing to make sure if I need to make any adjustments of the valve, at the same time make any adjustments to that piping. Once I was happy with the position, I secured the valve to the 2x4 and I glued the top of the pipe to the valve. I also had to trim a little bit of that pipe because, like I said, you always want to overestimate and then trim as required. Then I secured the top with the 3 screws. Next, take a towel and dry the pipe that's coming out of the ground with the water in it. I shook it a little bit to get the water off from the top. That way you don't have a problem gluing the coupling to them. Next, I basically measured more pipe and glued the 90s to route basically the hot water to the valve, and then I did the same thing to route the cold line. I used existing copper brackets that I took off from the copper pipe and used them to support the CPVC to the existing 2x4s. Lastly, I attached the shower head pipe, and you're basically ready to put the cement board. If you're interested in learning how to install durak cement board, check out my video in the cards, and that's it. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.